Hi guys, this is Jackie. Welcome to my channel, Budget Life Millionaires by 40. This is a channel where me and my husband are showing our journey to become net worth millionaires by the time we turn 40. I like to go over budgeting. I'll show my net worth, which will be my next video I record. I also like to have, this is a planner. It's a recollections planner. I didn't buy a Erin Condren planner just because I don't really find it necessary to spend as much money on those. So this is how I'll show how I use this one to set up my budget. This video specifically is going to be what we actually, the end of the month, January budget, what we actually spent and how much we went over or under. And then I'm going to also be doing my net worth video next, and I'll try to link them so that you can easily go from this one to the next one, and that'll show. And also I'll be doing my debt payoff too, which I forgot to do. And this is a new planner that I just started using, so this is going to be this is what it looks like, just so you guys know if you haven't seen my channel yet. So it's just a simple, pretty like planner, like simple colors and kind of like pretty muted tones with like pretty simple looking. I just thought it was pretty, and it's pretty easy to use. I'll show you quickly my February spread because I'll be doing that soon. I just put the stickers down and I thought it turned out really pretty. So if you can see it, it's got some rose gold in it that I put in there. I will be doing a video on that. Sorry, it's not really fitting in the camera that well, but that'll be one that I'm going to be doing a video soon once I get all my bills come in, because I still have a bill that kind of takes a while. I think it comes like the second week, or it shows up maybe the halfway through the month, so that I know what my total will be. So sometimes I just guess what it's about, and I just get, I just do the budget early, which I might do that just because it's annoying to like wait for it and all the time. And just, but for that video where I show where I might just give up and start just guessing and just leave that one blank when I do the video. It's just because it takes forever, and I'm usually doing it by like the 20th, and everyone's like past gone that, gave up while waiting for me. So maybe I'll start doing them earlier just so that people aren't waiting around. So basically, this is going to be my January end of month budget. Please like and subscribe my videos if you like them. I like to, right now, me and my husband are working on paying down our mortgage. So this is why our mortgage budget is so high. It's over half of what our budget total is. Our budget total is $8,500. That's how much we plan on spending each month. I'm going to try to keep it around that just so that we can pay down the mortgage. But we definitely make more than that. I don't like to record our actual income because we have rentals, we have little different side things that we get money from. Currently my husband's in the Navy and I am currently going to school, so it's not like I have a big income coming in from me, but with all the different money coming in, it adds up. So it's definitely over $8,500 every month. So we do have money going towards like retirements and other things set aside. So you don't see that, but in my net worth videos, you might see fluctuations where my money's going up in our bank accounts. I do show that, like, money in our bank accounts currently at the end of each month. So you can at least look at that if you want to get an estimate of maybe what we make. But it's kind of hard to do the math based off of that, but you'll see what we do and how we get it all figured out. So please like and subscribe, and then you should be able to see that next video when I post it for the net worth and also our debt pay down. So let's start with the actual. We have, for the mortgage, we did pay what we planned, which was $4,500, and that's paying an extra, like, principal, probably like $2,600 something extra in principal than the normal payment. So that's a lot of money that's paying it off. We're trying to pay it off in 5 years, so from now. So basically in 5 years we should be paying, in December, and 5 years from now we should be paying our last mortgage payment that we'll have to pay for this house, and then we'll be mortgage free, at least for this house. We still have a rental house that we pay, which is going to be the next line item, and we paid what was planned, which was $1,193, which is the actual mortgage statement balance due every month. Nothing extra. So we're just paying the normal, what they want us to pay. We decided to do, we used to be paying this off last year. We were paying an extra principals payment every month, but we decided instead of doing that, because we're not paying as much interest in this, on this mortgage, we're throwing extra $500 here. And also when we were paying the extra principal, it was bumping this number up like $2 every month, which was putting a strain on the rest of our expenses budgeting. So we decided to move it over. We're not paying as much towards debt down on the mortgage, but at least the house that we own, or we recently only bought like a little over 3 years ago, we're putting more towards principal and decreasing our interest. And this one doesn't have as much interest, so we just decided that this one's the more important one. It also has a little bit higher interest rate, so that is why we decided to do that. If you have any questions, please send me any comments and I will respond if you still are confused about that. So the next one we have is a grocery budget. And I recently started the ketogenic diet back up again. So we actually went over because I had to buy a lot of groceries. So we were at $473. I'm sorry, I forgot to put over here. So basically what happened, so we're at 0 here and 0 here. So basically, since I kind of started the ketogenic diet, I ended up not eating as much out in restaurants and other places. So I was able to move this budget up a little bit more. And I believe I had a negative amount going into this, so I was rolling some extra money from December into it. So we're actually, I moved this budgeted number on my mint.com, I bumped it up so that we weren't over so much. So we're actually not over here. We actually have an extra $3 to spend rolling over to the next month. So basically I gave myself some more in my mint budget. These are all numbers from the beginning of the month in my mint budget, but I'm able to like move them around. But as long as they stay under the 8,500 total, that is fine with me. That is my goal, is just that is my budget. That is what I don't want to go over that. And that's basically how I do it. It can be flexible. So for the next line item, it's going to be our PT utilities, which is a rental house. And we actually had to pay the insurance, which is a yearly homeowner's insurance for like fire and stuff. So it was $555, which is over what we budget. This is more like a sinking fund where we're paying this, like putting this aside every month, and it pays, like when these big expenses hit, they get paid down over time. So right now we're over a lot because of this, and we just paid like our homeowners insurance, not insurance, the property tax for this house. So we're over by $1,100. And so that is high, but I'm gonna bump this up a little bit more, probably coming the next few months, to work on paying that down. But I don't think we'll have anything major going in this category except for the sewer bill, which isn't that much every 2 months. So I might bump it up just because the sewer bill was an added expense and they raised the amount every month that I have to pay. So yeah, so this might end up going up to $400, and I can see in the near future. So that is that. I can't really explain anything else more about that. So the next line item we have is our fuel, our auto fuel, and we spent $215. So we actually didn't spend as much as we thought, and we still have a surplus to roll over of $6. All right. And then the next item we have is our home improvement. Home improvement, we spent a whole $39, not too much, so that's good. And we have okay, so I guess last month was a little more spendy, so we only have rolling over $6. So that's good. I guess it's under, so we still have extra money left over. The next item we have is our natural gas, and we did pay the natural gas amount $154. That was what the bill was, and so we're at zero there. The next line item's a vet, and we didn't go to the vet at all in January. I need to schedule an appointment. Let's put a $sign, $0. So we actually have an extra $100 to go spend at the vet. Probably in February. I'm hoping to schedule appointments soon so I can get my cat to the vet. She has diabetes, by the way, so we have to get her checked more often. And then so in vacation fund, I did spend some money because I did go home, and I think, yeah, this was from spending money during our vacation. So this is $264, and we still have a surplus of $270 that we can spend towards our next vacation. So that's just rolling to the next month. And then we have our cell phones, which we paid $106. Yeah, $106. And we are rolling over nothing. The internet for some reason was $106 too. You know, it says $105. It was probably some pennies that pushed it up on my Mint budget, so we're just keeping it at that, at $0. And then clothing. Clothing, I spent nothing, actually. That's a surprise. So nothing on clothing. Actually, I know I spent something. It just went on a credit card, and that credit card will come due in February, so that's where it will get applied to the February budget. So rolling over for clothing is $263. So that's some of that's going to get used up in February already from January. It just didn't show up in my budget for Mint. So I know I did spend money there, but it's going to be paid next month. The next one we have is going to be gifts, and we didn't spend any money on gifts in January, even though it was my birthday. I guess, I don't know, buying something for myself was silly. So I didn't buy anything specifically for my birthday. So we're at $104 left to buy gifts for rolling into next month. The next item we have is our personal care. That's like haircuts, makeup, and the such. And I did spend a little bit of money. We spent $56. I believe one of those was a purchase for a Groupon to get my hair cut, which I need. My hair is getting way too long, and I feel like I need a little grooming going on there. So right now for personal care, we are actually over, because I guess I spent some money in December. Spent too much in December, so we're over by $9. Not too bad. And then the next line items are restaurants. In restaurants, I'm amazed we did really, really well. We didn't go over, which we usually do. We only spent $95 out of $100. And restaurants, we still have $6 to rolled over to the next month. So I guess I didn't move any money for restaurants, really. I just left it the same. So basically, it's $95. The beginning of the month, I still wasn't on my diet. And I can go to a few places to eat out for my ketogenic diet. I could still go and get like a lettuce wrap burger or stuff like that. So I can still go out, but usually it doesn't cost me too much because I'm just getting like one item and that's it. So it's not going to be a very high expense. So we're going to try to keep our restaurant budgets down in the hundreds, or around 100 or so every month. And hopefully that'll save us a lot of money, because we used to spend over $200 easily at restaurants every month, no problem. So that's that. And the next line item is going to be electric, which we did spend the $94, which was what the bill was. And so we're at a zero budget there, or zero rollover. The next line item is going to be auto insurance. And our auto insurance we pay every 6 months, so we didn't pay it this month. So it's $0. And then we're still over, but $89 reduces every month, so that when we hit the next payment, we'll be at $0. So we're still $264 over. So next month, $89 will be reduced. The next month, another $89 or $88, or whatever the math comes out to, until it gets to zero, and then we pay, the next month we'll pay another 6 months policy. So that's how that one works. The auto service, let's see, did I spend any money? I think I spent, nope, I don't have anything for auto service, so it's zero. We'll be spending some this month. I have to go get my brake fluid flushed. So brake fluid, so we're actually over still. We had some stuff done a few months ago. It was pretty expensive. So we're at $200 over. So I bumped this up. I'm bumping this one up to 100, I believe, for next month, so that we can work on that and pay that down. Home goods, let's see what we spent. We spent a good deal of money on home goods. It was $127, probably a couple Target shopping, maybe West Elm or something like that. I know I went to West Elm, so $127 that is coming out of home goods, and we're still under budget. We have $47 or from rollover from other prior months, so we still have $47 to roll over to February. And utilities, sorry, I'm getting a little low there. So utilities is basically our sewer and water, I believe, for this house, and we did spend the $74. So no big, 74. That does not look like a 74. Sorry, let's do this. 74. That does not look like 74. Sorry, I made a big boo-boo. But we're not rolling over anything, so that's a 0. We're getting down to the bottom. So coffee shops. I've been normally spending a lot on coffee shops, so I had a pretty high budget. But since I went keto, I try to make my own coffee at home because it just doesn't make sense to go to a fancy or a place and have them like make it exactly how you need it, and sometimes they don't make it correctly. So didn't want to take a chance, since I just started ketogenic diet, and the very first few weeks is like the most important weeks so that you can get into ketosis. So I didn't want to spend any money at coffee shops. So probably the first week or so, we only spent, and this is my husband including, $21 at coffee shops. So that's really low compared to what we usually did. And I think I moved some of the coffee shops up to the grocery budget because we're going over on groceries. So instead of rolling over probably $30-something, we only rolled over 14. So we only have $14 rolling over into the next month. The next item was alcohol, and we didn't spend as much, luckily. We can have alcohol. We can have like certain wines. They're kind of lower in carbs, and also we could have hard liquor. I've only had, since I started keto, which has almost been 3 weeks, I've only had some wine. I haven't had anything else. Me and my husband shared a bottle of wine with a nice dinner, and that was about it. So I've been really good about my alcohol intake. So it's not $2. We spent $24. I believe we bought like a bottle of like whiskey or something, so that we can add to like, diet soda and then have that drink, which wouldn't be that high in carbs for us. So it won't pull us out of ketosis if we decide to have a drink. So that's in our bar, but I don't think we even opened it yet. So anyways, and that's probably, I don't know, it might not be, there's no bottle of wine. The bottle of wine that we bought was like $3, and it was I just put it in the grocery budget. So anyways, the next line, so that gives us $12 roll over to the next month. And I'm getting a lot more negatives over here, which is good because I usually have a lot more positives than negatives. So I'm glad to see this. I think this ketogenic diet's helping me out a lot with my budget. I'm not spending as much money on just random things like eating out all the time or stopping and getting stuff, trying to treat myself all the time. Whereas I feel like I have to focus more on what I what I'm eating. So I can't just go and buy whatever sounds good, which is amazing. I think I'm enjoying my diet. It's just, by the way, down 9 pounds, actually almost 10. This morning I weighed myself and I was, I think, under 10 now. So yeah, so down 10 pounds in less than 3 weeks. That's not bad. I've been going to the gym more. I went a couple times a week so far. I'm liking that. I'll probably go again tomorrow. So that'll be the third time this week I went to the gym. And then, yeah, so I'm getting excited again, losing weight. It's feeling good. My clothes are fitting so much better. It's awesome. So if you never tried the ketogenic diet, I would highly suggest you research it and learn how to do it correctly, because it can be confusing. Like, I try to, make sure I have some sort of vegetables, and like I do eat some, like, barely eat any fruit, but I like to give myself some blueberries. Like, berries are pretty low in sugar, so like strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, those are good. Just don't eat too many of them. You can have, like, I try to have like a handful of blueberries a day. It's nothing huge, but I mean, I miss the sweet factor from the fruits, definitely. So, but since I started doing the ketogenic diet a long time ago, like three years ago, I tried it out in the summer once. And that was before it was like super popular, and all these like ketogenic people, or all these people were online talking about it so much, and the food companies weren't really into the making stuff for keto at all. So now they're having way more options. Like, they even have low carb yogurts called like Too Good, which is really, really good. I just found it and I was so glad my grocery store carried it. So I've been eating a lot of those, not, once, maybe one a day, if that. And I really enjoy those. So anyways, wait, what we got here? We got a rollover. So we got a rollover of $6. Woohoo, and more rollovers. So the next line we have is Netflix, and it's always been $13. I think it went up $1 like last year sometime. So $13, so we're at zero there. Pet supplies, I did spend $4, probably on some like kitty treats or something for my cats. And we have a $21 rollover. We usually don't spend much in the pet supplies budget, because most of the pet supplies ends up going in a grocery budget. So that's why we don't really have a high one. This is more for like toys and treats that we get at like PetSmart or something for them. The next line we have is our jewelry insurance. I didn't spend any money on jewelry insurance, but it is a 12-month policy, so we're slowly taking it down. So now it's at $36 over. So that'll pay it down. And I think it was December when we paid the policy. So we just paid it, and we should be reducing it so that it's back to zero. And in December we'll pay it again. So last but not least is our education budget. And I don't usually put money here because I have a surplus in the money that I do get paid for. Like, I get a stipend for books. I just throw that money towards education in MyMint.com, so I don't have to actually put it in my budget, because it's technically not coming out of the money I make. It's coming out of the stipend, the money that I get to use to buy for books. So I have a surplus. I had a big surplus, and I spent a lot of money on books this semester, and for some reason my stipend didn't show up, so I need to call the GI Bill people and be like, where is my money for my books? Because it never showed up. So I'm actually down now to only $17 left, and I know I have something else I have to buy, which won't cover that. So I need to get on the phone and say, hey, where's my money for books? It didn't show up. And so now my money is dwindling down to $17 left. So that's a sad story, but that's gonna be it. So the big spenders this month that that normally don't happen all the time was definitely the insurance for one of my houses. I had to pay in full for a whole year. And then also, I would guess, the books, because that's a big expense. I normally don't spend very much in education, and since I don't plan any money to actually come out of my budget, that's like a big amount, obviously. But there was a few items like I didn't spend anything, like gifts, clothing, veterinarian, auto insurance, and auto service. Like there's zeros, you know, so I didn't spend any money, which that all adds up. So the total, the actual total at the end, and that now mind you, $8,500 was my budgeted line. So we spent $8,455. We're under budget, which is awesome. That is great. And then the line here is basically, I'm going to add up all the pluses and then subtract all the minuses, which I already did off camera, so this video wasn't too long, which I think it's already getting up there. So this is going to be over because this number up here is $1,100. Like, it's pretty hard to not be in the negatives. So we're at $734, which has gone down maybe not even 20 bucks or something, but at least it's gone down from last month. And that is my budget for January, the final budget. And I shall be posting my next video probably tomorrow or even today if I decide to, you know, record all my videos today. But I probably won't because this has been a long video and I need to get it on there as soon as possible. So thanks again for watching my video. If you made it this far, thanks again. Like, subscribe. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button because you want to watch my videos because I'm awesome, right? So thanks again. Thanks for watching. Bye.